And so with our Chelsea game being moved, we find ourselves playing back-to-back games in these episodes. And well, we are enjoying a nice week up in London, as of course these games fall less than a week apart. But after picking up an impressive win over at Stamford Bridge, can we do that once more as we verse Arsenal here today? Okay, so with Trossard's little niggly knock from last episode only being 1 to 2 days with a pulled hamstring, we're going to fly through this one because we have no changes to the lineup. So in goal is Sanchez, a back line of Cusarella, Webster, Dunk and Lamptey. Central midfield will be controlled by Bradley and Barkley. Our attacking midfield, of course, is Minamino, Stansiu and Pav on, with Higuain up front, bench consisting of Carrier, Sarr, Stanisic, Byrne, Fabregas, Fred Rupp, Trossard, who of course got that little niggly knock, McAllister and Welbeck. So let's go and submit that. Let's crack on with things. So as you can see, mentally gone down pretty darn nicely. But who is Arsenal going with here today? Well, they're going for 4 changes. I'm not going to check if those players are still in the team somewhere, but there has been a few little changes, Gabriel being one of the ones who has been taken out, and Tommy Yasu, of course, as well. But Miles is back, Tierney is in, and Rowe as well. So it looks like they are strengthening more than weakening here today. Whereas Chelsea, they might be a little bit on the weak side. But today we are going for punch fists. You know what? I know we're underdogs. No, we're away from home. We're not doing the fan thing. I expect nothing but a win. No, I do not. Nobody expects us to get a result. No pressure. Yeah, it worked last time. So you know what, lads? No pressure. Relax. Just chill, get out there, enjoy the occasion. Sanchez, that's pumped him up. I don't know why such a lame way of going about things has pumped him up, you know. Won't really invigorate me, to be told. Just go out there and relax. But apparently it works for Sanchez. And, well, if it works, it works. So, it's going to be White from the back, as the kickoff highlight amounts to absolutely nothing. And again, very few games here today. The other game, of course, is Brentford versus Everton. I believe the last one was Brentford versus Norwich. So Brentford seems to be playing on all the same days as we do. But it's a ball up to Xhaka. Xhaka gets one over to Tierney. Tierney, can he do anything on this left-hand side? Whips it into Aubameyang. Straight at Sanchez. We have avoided conceding here on the 9th minute. Now, Newcastle has a late kickoff, I believe that was. I want to say it's against Manchester City, but I won't take my word on that right now. We'll have a little look in just a second. Ball inside to Higuain. He's going to come down this right-hand side. Pulls it back for Barkley. Barkley over to Stansiu. Stansiu. Lovely ball up to Higgy. Come on, Higgy. Oh, he's gone for the chip. Ramsdale, though, brings it down after an interesting little tap down from the air. Newcastle is at home to Manchester City at 5:30 here today. And Watford at a 7:45 kick-off against Crystal Palace. That, of course, is 19th and 20th in that Watford-Crystal Palace game, and probably all but secures the relegation for one of those two, if not both. If they draw it, I'm pretty sure they're going to guarantee themselves the bottom 2 spots. That's not going to help them, so that's a very big 6-point game here in the relegation scrap. But for us, we've got Lamptey playing it short to Barkley. He's going to go on to Pavon. Pavon back to Lamptey once more. Dunk, where's he going to go with this one? He's going to try a ball over the top. That's not going to get to anyone, though. Mari's going to intercept it and play it back to Ramsdale, who's going route 1 down this left-hand side. Ødegaard, can he win the header? No. Dunk beats him. Barkley now. Ball over the top. Can Minamino? No. White intercepts it now. It's with Thomas. Thomas back to White. White over to Niles. Where is he going to go with this one, though? He's bombing it down this right-hand side. He's got past our left-hand side. Can our left-back finally get back? Come on, Cusarella, make the tackle. Lovely block by Cusarella. Unfortunately, though, Niles is going to beat him back to it. Gets it back to Saka. Saka over to Thomas. Got a bit too much space. He gets it into Ødegaard. 10, Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe could have scored that. Thankfully did not. Sanchez. Short to Dunk. We can't be giving Smith-Rowe opportunities like that because he will punish us. Mari here on the left-hand side. Now up to Tierney. Tierney up to Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe's going to turn back and play it back to Xhaka. Xhaka on to Ødegaard. Ødegaard now finds Aubameyang. Aubameyang through to Ødegaard. Ødegaard on this left-hand side. What's he going to do with it, though? He's going to pull it back for Smith-Rowe. That was an interesting one. 1-2 between him and Turney, though. Whips it in. Aubameyang hits the crossbar, follows it up, but I think, is he offside? He should be offside with that follow-up. Surely he's offside. Ref, little telly man. What's it going to be on the Wonka Vision? What does Wonka Vision tell us? Yes, come on. Knew I loved you for a reason, Willy. Good old Willy Wonka. So, Smith Rowe, as you can see, narrowly offside for Aubameyang. Narrowly, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Can be a mile offside, can be an inch offside. In the end, he was offside. Now, Newcastle, Manchester City. I didn't quite catch where Newcastle is, and it just came off before I could, and Higgy was quite a way up there. I don't know why he decided to seemingly mark their goalkeeper and then sprint all the way back. It feels like a waste of energy, you know? It's like either stay up there and try and counter at some point, or drop back and then move up with the team. But, I don't know. Higgy's more experienced than I. He is like 34, 36. I can't remember his exact age. Manchester City, 2nd versus 9th. Okay, Brentford Everton is a case of 16th versus 6th. Okay. So, two rather one-sided games, I would say, with those two. The only real big games are this one and the one at the bottom of the table. Because this one, I think we've got a good chance here against Arsenal. And it's ball up to Higgy, unfortunately, though. He's just going to nod it onto no one. He's going to nod it back to Ramsdale instead of just, I don't know, just let it land. Run onto it. But Aubameyang tries to turn around this man instead, pulls it back for Thomas here in the centre circle. He finds Xhaka. Xhaka, maybe go over to Turney is probably their best option here, and they've got Smith Rowe in front as well, maybe trying to get an overlap on this left-hand side for Arsenal. It's pulled back for Xhaka. Xhaka gets over to Ødegaard. Lovely interception by Bradley, though, and he plays it to Barkley, who clears the way. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it to Higgy, and it's now with Ødegaard. Ødegaard ball over the top to Saka. Saka now turns, gets past his man, whips it into Aubameyang. Given way too much space, way too much, and now, ladies and gents, just before half time, we need to try and bounce back. We're going to go attacking, and I am going to demand a little bit more, because, you know what, some of the lads are doing okay, others, a little bit disappointing, so, demand more. Come on, team, come on, need a team effort here to fight back. We want to get past Chelsea. We can just leapfrog over Chelsea, make us feel a little bit better. Be above Chelsea, be above Tottenham. It sounds great, doesn't it? Even if you are middle of the table. But right now, 10 shots to our 2. It's not looking good. It's looking like a rough time here. It looks like we're going to be leaving London, our week in London, with a 50-50 record. But who knows? Maybe we can steal a draw. We are, of course, the team of draws. So, you've been unlucky so far. You know what? No. I'm disappointed we've not created enough. Not got. Be more positive, lads. More positive. I know I said you can chill out and just enjoy the occasion. I didn't say don't work. I said enjoy it. Relax. Play calm football. Woosa. But don't stress me out by playing absolutely terrible. Nice save there by Sanchez, though. Did a great job to secure the ball and not even drop it, considering Xhaka was basically next to him when he took that header. Mario is going to try and build from the back, plays it out to Thomas. Thomas' tank engine is going to run through our midfield right now, and he continues down this right-hand side up to Saka. Saka does have support behind him if he wishes to use it. He's probably going to do it. Yes, he's back to Thomas. Thomas! Oh! Thankfully, Sanchez makes the save, but come on, lads, you cannot give anyone that sort of space. That's asking to concede. Ødegaard, though, whips it in, back post, free header. Lamptey will clear it off the line as it goes back out. We should probably look at making some subs. Minamino, specifically, with that 6.3. He's definitely been more bad than good. He hasn't been the greatest of signings, if I'm honest, but hopefully when the next manager comes in, He can make the most of Minamino. I don't think I'm getting the best out of him, though. Minamino coming down this left-hand side for Brighton. He's going to give the ball away, and that is probably the last thing he is going to do. As soon as this highlight is over, I think we're going to take off Minamino, because we can't be having him doing that. We had a great opportunity there to maybe get something going, and instead he gives Arsenal the ball, and Smith Rowe's coming down this left-hand side over to Tierney. He's got way too much space now, and that was all created because of the opening, and it's a ball in, thankfully. Thankfully, we get it away, and Minamino is the one who eventually clears it, but it's straight back to their defence. As Saka now gets it over to Niles. Niles inside to Thomas the Tank Engine, plays it up to Aubameyang. Erdegaard tries the ball over to Smith Rowe, but it's a free kick for the offside. So, Minamino down to a 6.2. That will be his last play of this game. So, Pavon will go over there. Trossard shall come down this right-hand flank. And how is everyone else getting on in this one? Well, our weakest performers after Minamino is Higgy and Pavon. You know what? Pavon, I might move you up. And then we can bring on Welbeck. But, you know what? Higgy, if I take you off, do you two, which way round does this work better? 3 and 3.5? Or 3.5? Oh, sorry, I haven't got them next to each other. Right. Thought I had it in the order. Bit of a brain fart there. So 3.5 and 2.5. Or 2.5 and 3. But what about if I try and adapt these? Okay, so he's definitely a 2 there. Pavon's probably the best one over there. Can we get Welbeck? Nah, we can't really give him out better. So, Welbeck, a little bit of a disappointment. Just gonna put that out there. You're a bit of a disappointment, Welbeck. How's Lamptey getting on? 6.5. I don't want to mess with the defense too much. That's the problem. You know what? Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. We could have possibly moved Lamptey onto the right wing, had Pavon up front, brought on Sarr instead of Welbeck, but it feels a little more defensive, you know. Bring on a striker instead of bringing on the defender. Thomas going to play it over to Saka. Saka cuts inside. He's got support, but instead he's going to go straight up to Aubameyang. Route 1. And ladies and gents, Arsenal might have just put the nail in the coffin here with Aubameyang's goal. He was knocking on the door for that one, and he did eventually find it. Yes, I believe that's Aubameyang's brace in this one. So we're not going to have another look at that one. It's painful to deal with the first time, never mind the second time, and we just gave him the ball back as Thomas is going to play it back to Mari. Mari now to White. White dispossess him. Oh, Welbeck. Welbeck. Lazy. Very lazy. You've got so much energy. You are fresh, and you just stood there, didn't even attempt to tackle him, and Aubameyang at the other end almost scored. You know what? We're 2 goals down, so let's get our players pushing up. Who can go up? We can get Trossard up, and we can get Pavon up. So, Trossard, Pavon, that's what we're going for. Stantiu is a little bit on the tired side though. So, we're going to freshen that up with McAllister. Now, McAllister, since being transfer listed, has actually been pretty decent. He's been picking things up. I think it's more a case of I would have put myself in the shop window with him. So, hopefully, he'll do that today. Hopefully he'll put himself in the shop window, get some good assists, and maybe we can pull back a 2-goal deficit here, ladies and gents. I believe we did it against Leicester, so let's try and do it here again today. Erdegaard, he's going to try and whip one in here. Now the real question is, where do we go after Arsenal? I can't remember, but right now we've got Smith Rowe killing one in the top corner. I'm going to have a little peek though and see where we're going next, because I did note down where we're going next. It should. The next one should be less painful. Should. I'm not going to tell you quite yet where we're going to go, but it should be less painful. Although, the situation with the players might be more painful. Who knows? The injuries might pile on this possible destination. Well, I say possible destination, it is our next destination. Our next destination possibly could be a place known for not having the greatest of pitches. Somewhere you might pick up an injury or two. But right now, Everton is 3-0 up in their game, as of course is Arsenal. The Newcastle and Watford games are yet to kick off. We have 10 minutes remaining. Come on, let's try and pull a goal back, McAllister. Whip one in, near post. Okay, far post, Welbeck. Daniel. Aye, Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck. As you can see, Pavel, 9-2 here today. He's struggling. When he's struggling, Minamino's struggling, we're probably not going to be scoring goals. Niles here trying to put a fourth one on the board, plays it into Romero. Back to Niles once more, whips one in, back post to Aubameyang. Sanchez covers the ball. Let's just not let Aubameyang get a hat-trick. Let's just deny Aubameyang his hat-trick. And that'll be our goal from now. That'll just give us a little thing to take away, that we took his hat-trick away from him. Come on. Trossard down this right-hand side. Consolation goal, maybe Pavon. Come on, Pavon. Fighting till the end. He struggled. He's on a 6-2. Don't know what that goal's going to do. Maybe put him up to a 6-7? 6-7. I'm going 6-7. Skip and 6-9. Jesus, that was a hop, skip and a jump up in his rating. Lamptey throws it into McAllister. Back to Lamptey once more. Now, ball up to Trossard. He finds Welbeck, in fact, and we've got 3 minutes, okay, to work with, as he's on the right-hand side. If we score here, I don't know, really minuscule chance of stealing a draw. I don't think we're going to do it, but I think it's safe to say now, Arsenal, with that, has secured themselves a victory. We need to in these last couple of minutes. I don't see that happening as they come down the left-hand side. Now played inside to Aubameyang. Let's stop him getting that goal. It's over to Thomas the Tank Engine. Way too much space. Sanchez, though. Great save. Great bit of goalkeeping from Sanchez. Sanchez hasn't been bad. The problem is a few of the players around him have. Sanchez with a free kick, whips one in, unfortunately gets to no ball, and it's ping-ponging. Oh, Trossard maybe could have gone to the end of that one. Lamptey, 6.2. That was one of our big holes. Minamino, Stanciu, Higuain, Lamptey, Barkley. Yeah, those were the weak points of this team. Welbeck didn't do a whole lot, but everyone else put in a decent shift, to be honest. Unfortunately, though, it's 3-1 here in the end against Arsenal. Next up, we will, of course, be heading to Turf Moor as we take on Burnley in that one. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.